Well, for more analysis in the meantime on the French vote for the Socialists, I'm joined on the set by political strategist Olivia Gregoire. Olivia, hello and welcome. We just saw there in that piece that many people look at Benoit Hamon as an outsider, this man who came in as a surprise to win this first round of the Socialist primary. Is that why people like him so much, because he is an outsider?
How could we say that Benoit Hamon is a real outsider? That man has never made any job except politics. He's never worked in a company or something like that. So, and he admits that he's kind of professional of the politics. That's what say Benoit Hamon about himself. So, first of all, we do have someone with Benoit Hamon who is a real specialist of politics. He's not really an outsider. The fact is that he's an outsider since he has left the French government in 2014, the same moment when Arnaud Montebourg left the government. It was 3 years ago, but the main difference is that Benoit Hamon did take these 3 years to work hard on the program. And what I think is the main difference and the main characteristic of the victory of Benoit Hamon is that, first of all, he has worked a lot on the program, on the project, and what he wants to share and propose to the French people. I would say like François Fillon. It's approximately the same run about Benoit Hamon and François Fillon. Secondly, they work for their project and not against the other competitors. They were not lost in the competition, fighting by words on TV, etc. He was always making meetings, appointments to sell his project and his program. And at least I think that, as you said, he's not as well known as Manuel Valls, who was the former French Prime Minister. He's not as well known as Arnaud Montebourg, who was also well known. So I admit that there is something that we can say that the less known is the best to run the competition in 2017 in France. It's the same for François Fillon, who was not written. It was not written that he will win, but he won. It's the same for Benoit Hamon, and I'm not at all surprised by the result of yesterday.
Now, he will be facing off former Prime Minister, as you were saying, Manuel Valls, next Sunday. But regardless of who wins the Socialist nomination, most polls now show that no Socialist candidate will make it through to the second round of the French presidential election in May. Why do you think the Socialists have lost their momentum, so to speak? Is it all because of 5 years of François Hollande? People have had enough?
I'm not sure it's 5 years of François Hollande. I feel it's 5 years of power. Power is very exhausting for people who drive the power. And I think that Manuel Valls and all the Socialist Party has been quite tired by all the years that they spent at the government. It's always the same for the left and the right. I think the most important is, the key issue is the real fight for left wing occurring inside the primaries. This is one of the key issue. And as you said in a few media, I think that Mélenchon and Macron are always and still main actors of this left primaries. So if the question is, will there be or Benoit Hamon or Manuel Valls or one socialist at the second turn of the presidential, I don't know. And who will be in charge of the left? Will that be Benoit Hamon or Manuel Valls, or will that be Mr. Mélenchon or Mr. Macron? In the case of Macron, we can say that the left can be at the second turn of the presidential, even if they say that they are not on the left wing. He was on the left government, so he should embody the left at the presidential. And this is the main issue. It can be possible not to be present at the second turn of a socialist, but there can be a left man.
We've seen so much of a shift to the right around the world, in the UK with Brexit, of course, in the United States with Donald Trump. Do you see the same thing happening here in France with a conservative or very conservative French president coming up?
We cannot be blind about this. We must see this. So we do not write the story, so I don't know what's going to happen. What's weird for us when we watch at what's happening in the US with Trump, etc., and what's happening now at 3 months or 4 months of the presidential is that it's quite weird because we don't see that much Marine Le Pen. And we
the leader of the National Front.
Of the National Front. And we saw that she would be present in all the TV and media to push the program, etc. for one moment, people say silence is always a good strategy for her, because when she doesn't speak, she gets voters coming around. I'm just asking myself now, isn't it the moment for the National Front to boost the campaign, because we don't see her? And also something which is very important is that when you see Trump won and didn't change during the campaign. It was Trump at the beginning, and it was the same Trump at the end, even if you don't like it. Marine Le Pen was Marine Le Pen and was very Le Pen. It was 1 year ago. But now, approaching the match, it appears like she's a little bit more institutional. She wants to convince, so she gets to go on media and to be a little bit more consensual and a little bit sweet to get people coming to her. Is this the good strategy to get a little bit more in the consensus? I think it's not the best strategy, and I think that we should watch Marine Le Pen very accurately in the coming weeks, because she's in an institutionalization wave, and I'm not sure that it's going to pay. And she must be very careful also with François Fillon, because François Fillon of the right wing do manage to grab a lot of people coming from the former left and the right, I would say the extremists. So he managed to get a lot of voices. So it's not that easy for Marine Le Pen now.
All right. Thank you so much for that, Olivia Gregoire, for talking about that socialist primary and the run-up to the French presidential election, those 2 rounds of voting that are coming up in April and May this year.